What if I told you that God was already trying to hand you and give you your specific person, and all we actually needed to do was reach out our hand and grab it in order to take it and live the reality that we've always wanted with our specific person? Now, honestly, this has always been the most accurate and effective way of viewing your reality, because as Neville Goddard would say, there is actually never anything outside of your ability to actually create and receive. You already have everything you could ever want. And so this includes your specific person. And so if you think about it, metaphorically, God is handing and trying to give you exactly what you want, and so we just need to take it. And the best part about this idea is that it's always available, meaning nothing negative can actually happen, and you're never outside of your ability to create it. So yes, as much as we feel circumstances right now are in our way or are stopping us, they absolutely can't, because God's hand never actually is withdrawn. It's always offering you the opportunity and ability to be with your specific person, or essentially be with anyone that you want, or do and create anything that you desire. And as Neville would actually say, the desire is actually the gift promising you exactly what you want. Because why do we desire things? Why do you desire your specific person, right? It's always a gift, meaning God's hand is already outstretched. And the best thing or best part about this is you don't actually take it through action, right? You take it through state. So we can try as hard as we can to grasp or force or try to manipulate our reality to change, but that's not actually what you need to do. You just need to take it through your state. So what's your state of embodiment? Who are you? Are you acting and seeing your reality as who you would if you were already with your specific person? And that's the wild thing about manifestation. And I would say one of the best parts is that it actually is that easy, right? It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be difficult. Your subconscious mind is always and constantly trying to bring you what you desire. Again, through that metaphor that God has his hand outstretched, trying to give you your manifestation. And again, that means that it can actually mess up. And yes, that also means that your reality could never actually be negative. If you had someone trying to reach out to you and give you something, could you ever say in your reality that things weren't working out for you? Could you ever say in your reality that you had the inability to create and have what you desire? And the answer would of course be no, meaning nothing negative can actually happen to you or is actually happening with your manifestation. And that's how we also know that you can't ever slip up or mess up or ruin your manifestation. Yes, sometimes it feels like we do. Sometimes it feels like we take actions that seemingly go against what we want. Sometimes it feels like there's circumstances working against us, or like there's a problem that we have to overcome. But remember, God's hand is outstretched, trying to give you what you want. And so if you don't take it, would you essentially say that you messed it up? Or that you went one step forward and two steps back, like we always sometimes say when we're moving towards what we want? The answer is, of course, no, right? It's impossible. It's always available to you. If you had a book on a bookshelf that you were waiting to read, but you just didn't read it, would you say that by not reading it, you were messing it up? By not reading it, the book was moving away from you. By not reading it, there was somehow the words in the book were altering. You would say no, right? That ability and that state is always available to you. And we would say the essence of your desire means you're meant for your specific person. So take a moment and think about all the things that we feel are working against us, or think back to a time in which you did something in which you felt as if it messed up your manifestation. And remember, that's not the case. That could never be the case. There is no possible way you could mess it up. And honestly, by doubting that it can happen or saying that it's impossible, isn't actually just saying it's impossible towards you. And because that's what we're normally thinking. When we say, oh, it's impossible, we're feeling that it's hard, or that we can't do it, or that there's some limit to what we can do. But remember, everything you have going for you is coming through your God God state or God themselves. So if you were to say that something is impossible for you, you aren't just saying it's impossible for you, you are saying that it's impossible for God. And take a moment and just see how idiotic that actually sounds to make that statement, to say that you think God can't overcome your no contact, that you think that God can't overcome any other circumstance, or if your specific person was 1,000 miles away, that you think God can't eliminate that distance. Even imagine just talking to God or to your higher self or the universe or whoever you imagine it as and saying, you know what, I think this is actually too hard. I think there's too many circumstances in my way. I don't think it's actually possible. I think we can't do it. I think you're not good enough, right? That would be crazy, right? That would be the most bizarre statement that you could ever utter. So when you say it's impossible for you, remember, you are saying it's impossible for God, and we know that makes no sense, because if you have God on your side, who could be against you, right? If God is on your side, if your higher self is always working out for you, what could technically get in your way? And then this also brings in the idea it's not up to you in order to resolve it. It's not up to your logical mind to change your reality. It's not up to you to figure everything out. Your subconscious mind and God will guide you perfectly, or your higher self, again, however you want to imagine it. You are a person, so you are a state that's embodied or has this infinite I amness, as Neville Goddard would say, and thus you are not just this person that you are perceiving yourself to be. You are everything, and you are everyone. And so to say that you have to figure out everything just brings frustration. It brings confusion. You don't have to figure out how to overcome circumstances. You don't have to figure out how to overcome no contact. You don't have to figure out how to do any of that. For example, even look at this person who had their specific person reach out and ask to hang out after almost a year. So this is what happens when you put your faith and your trust in a higher power, in your subconscious mind, that you don't have to solve it. Because imagine attempting to try to solve what we feel is this long distance or this no contact, right? If you were in a year of no contact or not hanging out with your specific person and not seeing them, right? Imagine your logical mind literally attempting to resolve that. Right? That seems absolutely impossible. But it's not just you that is approaching this problem. It's not just you that's going against it. It is your higher self and God figuring it out and bringing it to you. Your subconscious is working on your reality in ways that are so above and beyond what you think. And so remember, that's working, and you don't have to solve everything. You don't have to figure everything out, right? Your subconscious is going to do a majority of it. It's already doing almost everything, right? You are consciously picking what you want, and you are implanting that into your subconscious mind. And then after that, it's taking everything automatically. Now, of course, logically, you're going to do whatever you think is best in the moment, but don't strain, don't stress, don't try to overcome it. Don't think that you are alone in this, because you are absolutely not. God is always outstretching his hand, trying to give you exactly what you want, and we just need to take it. Now, with this being said, make sure to comment exactly what God is outstretching for you at this moment, or what your subconscious is doing for you. And always keep this in mind every single step of the way. It is not your duty to stress. It is not your duty to worry. It is your duty to ask for what you want, assume as if, and then allow everything to work in your favor. So comment exactly what you want below, or what is being outstretched for you at this moment, because you cannot mess up your manifestation. As always, make sure to comment any questions that you have down below as well. And remember, you can also reach out to me on my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com if you had a personal question, a personal message, or wanted personal coaching. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by today. I know I'm kind of been in and out with my videos, but I should be back to my normal schedule. So huge shout out to everyone who's coming in and supporting this channel. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to see when you are with your specific person. So make sure to keep me updated down below. But thank you so much for stopping by today, and I can't wait to see you in my next video tomorrow.